So much going on right now in the world of college football. How about Dabo Sweeney talking about Pete Golding and tampering? We got all of this other stuff. I'm not even going to tell you guys right now. I'm going to tell you right after we do this open. But make sure that you're part of what we do here. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta you can play. I know it's cold out today, but it's not going to be cold for long, and you're going to want to play golf. So check it out. But they got the Timeout Sports Lounge, Vegas-style sportsbook right there at the casino. All right, let's talk a little bit of Alabama football today, really college football. Let's go. All right, there he is, Alphonse Taylor. You know him as Shank. Can't wait to get Shank's take. I'm Mick Gillespie. Welcome to the Bama Tailgate Show. Shank, I'm right off the bat. Dabo, and you guys know this, I do like Dabo a lot. Came out swinging because he lost a player that was clearly tampered with. Finally, a coach comes out, and now we really get a view of what's going on in the world of college football. What do you think about what Dabo had to say about Pete Golding and then, all that stuff?
Oh, I love it. I love it, man, because it's one of those deals that, like, until the right coach comes out and says something, people aren't going to listen. And the manner that Dabo came out swinging, he wasn't holding no punches, Mick. He throwing names out there. He being direct with it, and he letting them know that what's going on is not okay. And I think he's well within his rights, man. You know what I'm saying? NIL is crazy enough as it is. And now you want to add tampering on top of that. It's like these coaches aren't having an hard enough time maintaining the team, right? They're already having to recruit the guys that are already on their team back. You're seeing guys re-sign to the same teams and all this jazz now. And so I'd be frustrated too if I was the head coach, Mick, if I'm trying to do everything by the book, right? Trying to do things the right way. And then you just got another coach who's undermining the system completely and is just like, look, we don't care what you're doing over at Clemson. We'll give you this amount of money to go against everything that you worked for and built. You know what I'm saying? Leave that behind. Forget whatever that coach told you. We'll give you a couple million and you can come over here to Ole Miss. Eh, All right, cool, Mick. That's the nature of NIL, but golly, man, we could at least have some decorum about it now. We can at least still be respectful about it and do things the right way. And so I think Dabo is well within his rights to come out firing and swinging, man. And I think it needs to be respected. And I think that something needs to be done about it, or else it's going to get worse. It's going to be one of those situations where, all right, they're just outright tampering. Nobody's going to do anything about it. So let's open the floodgates. And we're back at the beginning of NIL all over again. And it's the wild, wild west.
It is. Luke Farrelly, linebacker, transferred from Cal to Clemson. And then I don't understand why Ole Miss, after the guy was going to be at Clemson, like, hey, what is it about? Why didn't you do this before when he was still out there? But the fact that they don't even care anymore, you know what I mean? Like the fact that the coaches don't even care, like they're just going to take somebody off your roster. And I saw it happen to Alabama. I mean, that this is the same kind of thing that's going on. How does Ohio State keep getting our guys?
I even think back to the Kane Proctor deal when he went to Iowa for a hot week. You know what I'm saying? And we know how blatant tampering that was. And even though some people got mad about that being called out, but it was what it was. They tampered with him. He got there, realized it wasn't what they said it was going to be, and he came on back, right?
Yeah. Thankfully, we loved him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't do him any justices with the O-line coach, but hey.
Well, that's where we're going next, Shank. It's like you're reading my mind here. The next thing on the agenda today is that Alabama parts ways with Coach Cap, the offensive line coach. A really good guy, but just didn't get it done, right? This was a guy who was initially going to be Scott Huff, but then he went with Ryan Grubb to the Seahawks, who, by the way, without Ryan Grubb, just got to the Super Bowl. And, Coach Cap had been with Baylor, was at Michigan State before that, just didn't get it done. I mean, and I don't know that it's necessarily his fault or not, but when the offensive line and the running backs get -3 yards in a game against Georgia, there's a problem there. There's a problem there. That watching them try to run the ball this year, not putting it all on him, but they're starting with him.
Hey, look, man, you don't even have to be a football enthusiast to watch us play this year and realize that something was completely wrong with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Something was off. And you don't have to be a diehard fan to look at that and say, this doesn't look like the Alabama I'm used to seeing or even hearing about, right? And you know why, Mick? Because it started with the offensive line. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
look like a team we were used to seeing because we weren't coached the way we're used to being coached up front, Mick. And you know, hats off to Cap. He absolutely can be a great guy. I don't know him personally, but at the end of the day, I need somebody that's going to turn these 6'6", 300-pound athletic 18-wheelers into monsters, Mick. I need somebody that's going to make them mean, make them road graders, and make them look like the Alabama offensive line I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
And I just don't think his style of coaching mesh with what we needed to see up front. And I wish him the best moving forward. But come on, man, that was the worst offensive line we've seen in the past few years here at Bama.
Yeah. Would you at this point want to throw your name in the hat for as a replacement if they wanted to come down here to Davidson?
Hey, man, hey, if they want to come down to Davidson to get me, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the cloth is different here, Mick. Not to beat my own chest, but you can check my resume. You can see the offensive line coaches that I had, and so you will understand the well of knowledge that I feel like I have when it comes to offensive line play. I'm not saying I'm the best coach in the world. I'm not saying I'll be better than him, but I will say is there'll be a culture built in that room if I was to be hired.
Mm-hmm. I'm all
It'll
for this,
it'll
Shank.
it'll just be some tough, some really tough SOBs, man. And 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, that won't be a question about it. The ball will be in our hands.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting it on the ground and we're gonna convert and we'll make it happen and we'll build that attitude. And that's the type of culture I would build in the offensive line room because I think that's what you need to propel this Alabama team, man. It's like we got skilled guys, we got running backs, we got a wealth of quarterbacks. And you know what I'm saying? And so now all we missing is those 5 guys up front. We got one with Michael Carroll coming back. And so now we need 4 more guys in the offensive line coach that's going to push that agenda that we need. We have to have an offensive line culture, man. It has to be a brotherhood. It has to be 5 guys that's ready to run through a brick wall at any given second, right? Because that's just what we do.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And that if I was given an opportunity, Mick, that would be my main focus. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get big guys. I'm gonna make them mean as hell, and we just gonna maul people.
Mm-hmm.
Even in pass pro, we just gonna maul people, Mick. I'll take a couple holding calls. Why? Because those are effort penalties. And I'll take a holding call before a sack any day because that's an effort penalty. You're trying to
Yeah.
do it, right? You're trying to protect your guy. And but like I'm saying, Mick, I don't want to beat my own chest, but I mean, I got the pedigree, man. I was raised from the right cloth around the right guys, and I've played with some really good offensive linemen at Bama. And I think I've learned a lot from those guys, and I carry it with me now in the way that I treat my offensive line room here at Davidson High School. I don't cut slack on these guys because they're
Mm-hmm.
young. There's a standard the way offensive line should be played, and I enforce that standard to the best of my ability. And whoever we decide to bring in as the offensive line coach, I want them to be along those same lines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a standard in this room, a standard that we have to uphold. And at the end of the day, this team is going to go as far as the offensive line takes them.
Yeah.
And so, man, it would be a great, it would be a dream job, Mick, to
Yeah.
get
They need
paid.
somebody like you. Yeah. Get
Hey,
paid to do that. A lot
I'll
of
come on
pressure.
as an assistant, man. Hey,
Yeah.
pressure is privilege, Mick. Pressure is privilege.
Mm-hmm.
They only expect stuff from people, you know what I'm saying, that they think gonna do a good job. And so
Mm-hmm.
if I step into that role with that pressure, that's what comes along with it. But
Yeah.
eh, they won't fuss at me because we're not physical. You know what I'm
No.
saying? They won't
Yeah.
fuss at me because we're not mean, because we're not protecting, because we can't run the ball. It won't be that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think there's a certain brand of offensive line that needs to be established at Bama, man, because it's been that way for as long as I can remember. Even me coming
Yeah.
in as a young guy, my first years there, I think back on those offensive lines, man. You got Barrett Jones, Chance Warmack, DJ Fluker, Anthony Steen. You got the Quanjo brothers, and you outside of those guys as being absolute individual freaks, right? You just watch the way they work, just watch the way they attack the day, the way they
Right.
attack every possession, each rep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of offensive line play I fell in love with, man, and that's the standard that I carried while I was at Bama. And to see where the drop off has been and how bad we've been lately, man, it's disheartening. But I think we're on the right come up by looking for a new O-line coach.
Yeah. Hey guys, Avenue D, Mick Nation, hit that QR code right there. Got some hats. You guys can win. We always do contests and stuff like that. And then we want to talk about B Dratty. Don't forget about B Dratty. Jay Coker says it's his new golf brand. Bama Tailgate 30, get you 30% off that Peruvian Pima cotton, best, softest, but still strong looking, basically clothes that you could have. And it's cold outside. They got some cold weather stuff. They got some long sleeves for you, but they also got the short sleeve suit. So check it out. So now you talk about this coaching staff lost Nick Sheridan to Michigan State. He's their offensive coordinator. We lost Jamarcus Shepard. He's the head coach. He was receivers coach, and now he's the head coach at Oregon State, replaced by Derek Nix, right? Brian Ellis moved to the quarterback spot and replaced Nick Sheridan, and then Coach Cap is let go. And I know that's a tough thing to do for a head coach, right? And Kalen DeBoer having to make that move, I know wasn't easy on him. He doesn't seem like one of those guys that really that wants to do that. But the way that Alabama didn't run the ball in some of these games, I don't think they had any option but to make a move there, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I go back to that Oklahoma game. Mick is damn 4th and 1, and we pull out a jet sweep from the Wildcat with a 230-pound running back handing the ball off.
Yeah.
And it's just like if that's showing me you don't have faith in the offensive line up front to get 1 yard getting straight downhill, then I don't know what else to tell you, Mick. Is just damn you. Then you watch the Miami game. They put 7 damn offensive linemen in the game and and run the ball, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, God, we can do something like that. As many offensive linemen as we rotated in and out,
Yeah.
we can get a jumbo package going or something like that. And it's just it was tough to watch, man. It was tough to watch. And then you see guys like Justin Haynes goes off to Michigan and just have a stellar season, right?
Yeah.
When
Right.
we barely gave him the ball while he was here. And then on the flip side, we see Jaron Miller probably have the worst season he's had in an Alabama jersey. And I mean, I think offensive line has a lot to do with that.
Yeah. I agree. All right, let me ask you some basketball questions. Really not as much about basketball. Bama lost to Tennessee on Saturday. They were missing some of their best players, but at the same time, they also just couldn't make a shot at the end of the game. But Charles Bediako back, right? The 7-footer made his debut. He'd been in the G League as recently as last week. And then Bama got a restraining order to let him play. It was really cool to see him on the team again. Do you think, though, that is this fair? I mean, you're kind of seeing this now when it comes to like these guys who are coming out of the NBA and they're getting to play in college basketball. Is it okay to have these guys playing? And your thoughts on that, Shank?
So man, I think it's crazy that we've gotten to this where G League guys are able to come back and play college ball, right? Because I thought when it came to college basketball, they already had it in place to where you can put your name in for the draft, right? And if you don't get the grade that you want, you're able to come back and play college ball, right? And so at what point did he realize he was going to the G League or he wasn't going to get drafted high, he decided not to come back anyway. I think my biggest thing with that is why are we doing it in the middle of the season, Mick? The
Mhm.
season's already ramped up, and we just went and snatched the guy off a G League team and threw him into play. And I look, I get that European players have been doing it for however long, and that's been the standard. But we can't act like this is normal, man. We're going and take guys that are one two-way contract away from being in an NBA game, right, and putting them
Mhm.
back on college basketball floor. And to be quite honest, Mick, his performance to me was a little disappointing because when I think of G League guy that comes back to play college basketball, I'm thinking of somebody that's going to absolutely move this team
Mhm.
forward. And then your first game back, we still lose to Tennessee. So why are we even adding him to the team in the first place? Well, he went
He's
five.
not
He
the
went
ringer you
five for
thought he was
six.
going to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He went 5 for 6. What he had like 13 points, 3 boards. You mean to tell me when he got a G League guy and all he can average is 3 damn boards, man? Yeah, like we're going to battle for stuff. It's one of those things, right? It's just like they say, pick and choose your battles. I don't think this was a battle worth picking and choosing. I don't think this is one that was worth fighting because he's not even a guy that's going to propel our team or make them even better than what they were. I think we're already a solid basketball team, and I don't think
Mhm.
his contribution is worth the backlash that we're getting from adding him mid-season, right?
Right.
Um, and just
Well,
but
you think he's
just
even going to stick around? Aiden, and let me say this: Aiden Holloway and Amari Allen were both out, so I mean that hurt Alabama somewhat. But they didn't lose because of those guys. They lost because they couldn't make shots. But do you think that he's going to like be allowed to stay, or do you think that it's going to be as soon as the NCAA gets involved, like when the courts are out of it, he's done?
I mean, I think once NCAA gets involved, I think he's going to be done. Just from the simple fact that most Euro guys they're already on the team before the season starts, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so for them to go pick him up mid-season like we're damn NBA free agency, that's that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about how crazy NIL is. Like this is crazy. We just went and picked the guy up from the G League and gave him a two-way contract, college and G League. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
we can't do that, man. It's like at the end of the day, we know that ain't right. You can say whoever's doing it, and it goes back to those things that people's parents been saying longest time. If Johnny jumped off a bridge, are you gonna jump with him? You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I'm not gonna jump because I know Johnny jumping is stupid. So just because other teams are doing it, don't mean I need to go do it.
Right. Right.
And so that's where I am on that. But I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those things that the rules are allowing it to happen right now. They're finding loopholes around it and making it happen. And so it's just one of those things, man. If everybody else is doing it and you feel left out and you want to do it, I mean, be my guest, go ahead. But we could have picked up a better player than that, I'm sure.
There's guys like that out there. I feel like they're going to be good. I feel like they're going to be good if he gets to play. He's a 7-footer. I mean, it's the first game. You know, maybe they're still trying to get used to each other. But the
He's
funny
seven
thing is,
foot
like,
and
how
had 3 rebounds.
the rest of college basketball, like the coaches are so mad about it, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's like you said, like
Yeah,
it's like rec league now. You know, like,
yeah,
hey, we're
it
gonna
definitely
just
is. But to
yeah, like
NATO's
we just
defense,
pick up
man,
guys.
like, yeah, to NATO's defense, I mean, damn, 90% of our schedule does have a Euro League pro on their team. And, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
I mean, he's not wrong for feeling the way he's feeling and moving the way he's moving. That's just what the world of college basketball has allowed to go on, right? And
yeah,
so you can be mad that that is happening, but if you're gonna be mad at us, be mad at everybody else too. Like,
yeah.
don't just try to put it all on us. No, you know what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing about the 7'4" kid at Florida that played European basketball. And now he's at Florida, but he's 7'4". Go tell him to play in the NBA against Wemby tall ass. Like, why?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Why you don't even have to jump to dunk a basketball? Yeah, but
Those
man,
guys
it's
last year, them guys in Florida, they had those mullets. those big dudes, they could play, man. Like, and I'm
yeah,
like, where are
no
these guys
doubt.
from? They're like, Australia. Okay, well, you know.
Oh man.
The college sports has just gotten to be so ridiculous, man. It used to be you went to college and you played the sports. Now, I mean, it's who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, it's just you know what I'm saying? College sports is just a semi-pro pipeline now. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's all it is. It's a way better version of UFL. It's a way better version than overseas basketball. Is this semi-pro ball now, whether it be football or basketball. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, we knew it was going to turn into that once you added money to the equation. Because why would I leave college if I can make 5 million just staying in college, going to a couple classes and playing games instead of going to the NBA and getting a few 100,000 or whatever the case may be, right?
yeah,
So can't really knock them for it, man. But yeah, we got to do better. We have
got
to do
to,
better
got
because
to. It's
this,
just getting so interesting now in a bad way,
yeah,
in a not
no
good
doubt,
way.
no
Well,
doubt.
Shank, always great hanging out with you, and I want to let you finish up the message here, but it's not actually going to be you live. It's actually you doing your commercial for New Life Art, the crispy screen, and we talk about all the other great prints. I got them behind me on the wall. You guys are going to want these in your house. Promo code is Bama Tailgate, 20% off. We're also brought to you by Pearl River Resort. So after Shank, you're going to get Jake Coker. So you got all that coming up. Have a great day, Shank. Roll Tide, man.
Roll Tide. In some places, football is a sport. In Alabama, it's a fine art. New Life Art is now accepting pre-orders for Daniel A. Moore's next Crimson Classic, the Crispy Screen, guys. What a name to commemorate the Fat Boys. This masterwork commemorates the screen pass to Caden Proctor that outsmarted Kirby and the Georgia defense. Proctor's catch and bulldog dozing run set up Ty Simpson's 3-yard touchdown just before the half, which was a big score for us, guys. Visit DanielMooreArt.com to see the artist's preliminary sketch and take advantage of a special pre-publication pricing for the crispy screen. Go ahead, get into that. Go get you one of those Caden Proctor prints. I'm super excited to get mine in because he's living a dream of all the fat boys. And go look up that crispy screen and get you one, guys.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve,
Hey Jake, you ready to rock?
let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake's still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort, let's roll.
I don't have to be me till Monday,